In self-pollination, the advantages are no external agents are required, so very little wastage of pollen grain. Next, less chances of failure means the in self-pollination the 100% surety of the pollination because the flower is bisexual. Disadvantage, the vigorous and vitality of the race decreases. Second, the useful character is not introduced into progeny because the no external, no other pollen grains are required in it. Advantage of cross pollination, the genetic recombination. The pollen grain of the another flower transfer to the one flower to the another flower, so genetic recombination. So the useful characters can be introduced in the plant. The recombination is necessary for the genetic evolution. Next, the progeny, the next generation is more healthy than the parent. The seeds are larger and have a better character or better chance to grow. Disadvantage, agents are needed. If the agents are not needed, the pollination is uncertain or fail. Highly wasteful because a lot of energy is required to produce a more amount of pollen grain. We have discussed the pre-fertilization changes and post-fertilization changes in flowering plant. During the pollination, the pollen grain reach the stigma and the germinating tube originate. The pollen tube originate by the elongation of intine. The pollen tube consists of three nucleus. One is the tube nucleus and the two are the generative or male nucleus. We have also discussed the double fertilization. The double fertilization, the pollen tube enter through the stigma, style and reach the micropyle near the embryo sac. And the pollen tube enter into the embryo sac. The embryo sac consists of 8 nucleus. One is the large egg nucleus, 2 are synergids and 3 antipodal cell at the chalazion and 2 polar nuclei at the center. The tip of synergids consists of a thickening. These thickenings are called filiform apparatus. These filiform apparatus provide the way to the entry of pollen tube into the embryo sac. The thickening at the end of synergids provide the way to the entry of pollen tube. When the pollen tube enter into the embryo sac, the tip is dissolved and the tube nucleus also dissolved and the tube nucleus enter into the embryo sac. One of the male nucleus fuse with the egg nucleus and form the embryo. The synegamy or fertilization take place. The one nucleus is male, one egg nucleus, the two and embryo diploid nucleus is formed. And the another male nucleus fuse with the two polar nuclei and form the primary endosperm. The primary endosperm provide the nourishment to the growing embryo. The endosperm is formed by the fusion of 1, 2, 3 nucleus, so it is triploid in nature. 3 nucleus are formed, so it is called triple fusion. The double fertilization or fertilization take place twice, so this process is called double fertilization. In angiosperm, this is a characteristic feature. Number 1, the double fertilization take place. Number 2, the endosperm is triploid. The endosperm, if the fertilization not take place, the endosperm degenerate. Now, double fertilization is discovered by the Navaschin scientist Navaschin. Now, the adaptation in wind pollinated flower. The wind pollination is called anemophily. When the pollination takes place by wind, in that flower the pollen grains are light, so it can be easily carried by the wind. Smooth, non-sticky and small. Some pollen grains also have the wing. They have well exposed stamen or anther. So the slight wind can be shake them and release the pollen grain. The stigma is feathery, as we see in the Maize plant, the cob is there, the feathery stigma exposed outside. So it can trap the pollen grain easily. Mostly the single ovule in each ovary. Next, pollen are larger, produced in larger quantity. They are non-directional, carried by the wind. So the pollens are produced in a large quantity. So the wastage of pollen grains in the anemophily. No, the flower contain no fragrance, no nectar, no conspicuous, no color in it. Entomophily means the pollination is carried by insect. The flower in which the pollination done by insect are mostly large, conspicuous, colorful, secret, fragrant, scent, rich in nectar. The nectar provide the food to the insects. Large to make it conspicuous. The pollen grains in the entomophilous plant are sticky, so they can be stick to the carried by the wings or legs of the insect. If the flower is small, it grow in a cluster or into inflorescence. Inflorescence means a group, a bunch of flower in a twig is called inflorescence. Next, pollen pistil interaction. Pollen pistil interaction, the stigma receive the variety of pollen grain. Variety of pollen grain, it can be the same species, different species, compatible, non-compatible. Pistil has the ability to recognize the pollen grain, about the pollen grain, if they are round type or right type. If they are compatible, if they are same species, if they are compatible, the pollen tube grow and the post-pollination changes take place. If the pollen grain are wrong type, incompatible, the pollen stigma reject the pollen grain or pollen grain disorganized. So the pollen pistil interaction to recognize the ability to recognize about the pollen grain. Next, artificial pollination. Artificial pollination, the pollination done by man-made pollination. The artificial pollination is done to grow the desirable changes in the crops. For artificial pollination, if the flower is unisexual, we do not remove the anther. If the flower is bisexual, we remove the anther or pollen grain or stamen. First process of the artificial pollination, emasculation. Emasculation, E means removal. Removal of anther from the flower before maturation. Second, bagging. We cover the flower with the butter paper or bag. Third, pollen dusted on the stigma. The flower of the desired quality, desired variety that we want to grow, dusted on the stigma of the emasculated flower. And again the rebagging. The pollination will take place and the fruit formation, seed formation is there for the desirable plant or desirable variety of the plant.